Okay, let's go.
Yeah. And so then the Righteous Reprisal does, in fact, disembark several of its Thunderhawks to collect Totama, who has, in fact, been called back by his captain, as well as the drop pods that were used to deliver the tactical marines and the Thunderfire cannons. Scalarion also does come to pick up House Terran. And as it lands, the squad notices that there is a certain stiffness to what used to be Scalarion's fluid flying. He does not mention anything, but whereas he would normally be throwing the Thunderhawk around and pushing it to act more as a fighter than as a transport, he is now following its standard operating procedures. As the group embarks, there's no real comment. He mentions that he already has the necessary access to get the group to the reprisal. And you all move from the surface of the planet up through the atmosphere and are passed through the void shields of the Righteous Reprisal and into its cargo bay. Um, as you're in there, you can see Scalarion kind of tilting his head, listening to the direct comm communication from the machine spirit operating all of the lifts and doors in the hangar. And he just gently sets the Thunderhawk down, and you all are able to disembark into the body of the cargo bay. Totama, your Thunderhawk arrives just a moment before them, um, and it's very much the same thing. The pilot of your Thunderhawk, you can see him listening to the directions. He sets the Thunderhawk down, and you're able to disembark. As you all regroup, you do proceed directly towards the back of the bay, whereas, where the service elevator operates. You all get on Totama. You understand exactly how it functions. This is the ship of your company. You push the button for the interior command deck, and the elevator begins to travel.
Cool.
Um, for you guys, this is where you can talk as you like, or if you have nothing that you really want to talk about, you can just sit in silence for the 2 or 3 minutes that the elevator ride takes, and then you'll get off.
Is this an open wall elevator?
It is not. It's larger than a standard personnel elevator, but it's not completely open to the elevator shaft.
Damn. I was gonna draw a line up the elevator shaft as we were going up.
Oh my gosh. You I thought they were your cousin and that you should be able to get along with them just fine.
Uh, Retributors don't build fortresses.
Uh, yes. You are the martial aspect of Dorne.
We we siege and we seize fortresses without destroying them.
Interesting.
Quite interesting indeed. Why do you want to draw a line on the wall anyway?
Because they'll make you clean it.
Wow.
Or one of your I don't know.
One of my company.
This motherfucker's getting trolly.
No, wait a minute. I don't think I would be
So-
cleaning it, but somebody definitely would.
Wait, I have crayons. I can draw something on it.
Why does a space marine have crayons?
No. This is Thorvir.
Yeah, that's the answer. Actually, this is Thorvir, the
This is
space
Thorvir.
wolf. Yeah, that's why he has crayons.
Wait. Is Saffron wearing his hat still?
I mean, I kind of figured with you guys flying around on top of a manta that he would have to seal his armor, so his hat is just kind of attached to his belt.
I thought he put his hat on top of his helmet.
Oh, so it's on there and it's like cinched up.
He's got it maglocked to his helmet.
Just,
I mean, technically, I never got rid of my disguise.
I know you are still in your deep sea diver disguise. God.
Wait,
He doesn't
there's
even look like a...
There's a thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
as the new guy on the block, I did not know this man was disguised. I kept thinking he was just in normal space marine gear.
So,
Yeah, no, I've always been in disguise. The Tau think I'm just a regular fisherman. That's why they underestimate me.
Just
regular
your
fisherman
average
with a
8-foot-tall fisherman.
with a beard coming out of his helmet. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally normal.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's normal, right?
Hey, well, you know, these fish people don't know the difference between us. Like, we don't know the difference between them because they're filthy xenos.
The man speaks the truth.
Not wrong.
So I hand Albatross some of my space crayons, as I also draw a space wang.
Hey, Swang.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Thorvir, which is your favorite flavor?
It's purple. It always could be purple.
Please don't draw on the walls.
Thorvir?
I hand Tostada a blue. He's like, fine, you can join in with us.
Yeah, I want to draw on the damn walls.
I'm gonna be honest, this is a remarkable moment of squad building that Mordecai never got, so you should take this. Take it for what it is. It's a blessing.
I feel like if I draw on the walls, my captain is going to be very pissed at me. So as much as I'd love to, I'm going to just sit this one out.
Don't worry. We'll cover for you.
He's not gonna do anything. Just like at the battle on Terra.
Wow.
Oh, shots
Wow.
fired.
Wow.
Shots
Wow.
fired. I'm
He's
gonna
talking
pretend
about your
I didn't do
dad.
that
Yeah.
and try not to get offended.
My
Oh,
chapter
no,
didn't
there's
exist
no
yet.
offense to be taken. It's a fact.
Oh,
Written
man.
in history.
Again, my chapter didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
You weren't even a glint in Dorn's eye yet.
Nope.
I'll tell you what you can tell him is that if he wasn't such a prick about showing up, I wouldn't bring it up as often. We were doing just fine. We crashed that manta.
Does this ship have? Is this the ship that has the Dorn hand on it? On board?
No, it does not.
Damn. I wanted to go touch it.
I feel like that would be on the phalanx, and you guys are not in the phalanx.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to go touch
He's
it.
gonna take it out of the jar and rub it on his face.
Oh my god. Okay.
No, I'm gonna put the gauntlet on. Fuck the bones.
The fucking
Who
pain
cares about
gauntlet.
those?
God.
Yep.
The weird pain obsession with the Sons of Dorn. God. Okay, so now that Alvatred and at least Alvatred and Thorvir are scribbling on the sides of the elevator, and Totama is just looking there like, what the fuck? How in the
I'm gonna
hell
write a
did you
Blood
guys
Raven
get
was
picked
here.
for the Death Watch? What is going on?
I am extremely confused right
Yes.
No, it's not that we got picked for the Death Watch. It's that we were sent here.
Oh, you all got sent here. Okay.
now. Oh,
Handpicked, alright.
wait.
Yeah, handpicked by the
I'm
captain.
beginning
Hey,
to
fuck
think you
off.
guys were sent here in an attempt to get rid of you. I'm gonna be honest.
It's okay. Guess where you're coming?
What?
Guilty by association.
Fuck.
Yeah, that happens a
Guilty
lot.
by association is not something
I'm
I
gonna-
thought
I'm
I'd
gonna
get
take-
hit with in this lifetime.
Can I take and try to sneak the crayon that I was using into Totama's belt?
Do you have sleight of hand?
Do I? Is that a skill?
I think you do because I know I don't. I don't
I
know if I
do. I have trained in it.
Okay, so
Can
that
I
means
Go on.
so it's an opposed test. So sleight of hand is agility. And you, Tatama, it should be perception.
Okay.
It's whoever succeeds, and then or just roll just base of your so Alvatred base agility, Tatama base perception, and let me know by how much you guys succeed or fail.
So I roll 44. Or...
So you roll 2d10, and you want to get less than 44.
2d10.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Roll, excuse me, my apologies. Roll 1d10 as your hundreds value and 1d10 as your singles value, and you want to get less than 44. There we go. Sorry.
You're rolling a D100.
Yeah.
I rolled a
Oh,
9.
I can just roll a d100. 81. Oh,
Oh,
fuck me.
man. So while Tatama is sitting there with like his hands like on his head, like, oh my god, how did I get here? How did they not get killed in initiation? What is going on? Alphatred takes the green crayon from Thorvir and slides it into one of Tatama's belt pouches.
And I look at Thorvir and put my finger over my
The grill
box.
of your helmet.
The grill of my helmet. Just shh.
You know, it's not like you even took it from me. I gave it to you. I gave him the ability to color with us. He denied me. He kind of deserves this. So I'm in on it.
I'm done. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick.
Probably murdered by your captain.
Hey, you know those servo arms? I hope you're not attached to them.
I called dibs on his.
That's embedded in his nervous system. So, attached, yes.
It's probably gonna be a quadriplegic if they rip that off.
Yeah, he's a space marine. They heal from that.
I don't know. I don't know. That's an intense one.
This is gonna be a great night.
Yes.
Brother Sephirin, may I offer you a flask of blood?
Yes, you may.
Oh God.
Why do you have a flask of blood?
Blood,
I won't
the
ask
blood
you
angel.
why you have trees stuck up your ass.
Because we're blood angels. It's kind of what we do.
Oh, I forgot you were blood angels. My bad. Disregard.
No, actually, you questioning what the fuck is going on is actually the correct response. Like, hold on. You're
Oh.
Space Marines, and you're literally drinking blood. Like, I get it. The blood motif, the Sanguinius, his name was blood-based, he was the Red Angel, blah, 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 blah.
But
You're
don't
drinking human
actually
blood.
drink blood.
They're drinking memories.
Well, at least we're not drinking your blood.
Yeah.
This
Calm
is-
down, Brother Horace.
This is... Oh, God. You better watch out for Decimus. It looks like the Black Rage is starting to set in. You might have to kill him.
I suffered the Black Rage once. There were a bunch of orcs. I got really mad. And then one punched me. I woke up a few hours later. I don't remember much.
How much longer before we get to the captain?
I'm gonna be honest. This elevator ride lasted a lot longer than even I wanted. Holy shit!
Did I access the control panel yet?
No.
No.
Wait. Do your technical knock.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my technical knock. I want to see if I can't get the elevator to, turbocharge.
I mean, like, effectively, you're there. You all have spent enough time that you have
The door has been
successfully
open, and we were doing all this shit.
successfully
this is
survived the elevator
I'm
ride.
The door's open just as Thorvir's finishing coloring in his drawing.
Perfect
His
timing.
space wang.
I had that cross-stitching or cross-shading. I'm sorry, space cross-shading perfectly.
Very artistic.
Oh man. Oh my god.
He's our gifted child.
The elevator grinds to a halt at the command deck, and the doors slide open, and spread out before you is it's a smaller version of a standard Imperial bridge, whereas this is in the center of the ship. It doesn't have the large, like, open windows to allow the captain to see space directly. It does have all of the necessary functioning pieces of the bridge, just condensed and armored for combat situations.
I walk out first.
Okay. And so as you walk out, the center of the room is this large holographic map that has several Imperial Fists hunched over looking at it. And one of them particularly is most noticeable because he is stripped down to his waist of his armor. So he has no armor on his chest or upper body, only his leg plates. And looking at him, his left side is it's a bionic arm, but the wounds from it are an angry red color, showing recent surgery to replace it. And he does, in fact, have an apothecary from the fourth company, excuse me, attending to the bolts attaching the arm to his person. And as Alvatrad steps off, all of those Imperial Fists look up, and that one begins to speak, and it's the same voice as the one that spoke over the comms. It's Captain Leaderow. And thank God, praise the Emperor, he doesn't notice the doodling. But he speaks with the same arrogant tone. Well, it seems the Death Watch.
Hey, Captain, you should see this painting this drawing that Tostada and I drew in the elevator.
Who are you? In fact, who are you?
Sam, I am.
My name is Space Smith. I'm selling these fine space leather jackets.
You asked.
You asked, and ye shall receive. Oh God, by the Emperor.
Yeah.
He's our special child.
Yeah. Indeed, he seems it. And so
Don't get his right hook. It hurts a lot.
Captain Lidero looks at the Imperial Fists on the bridge with him, and there are 5 immediately around the holographic map, as well as a couple more spread out. And he says, I do not know what the standard operating procedures for the Death Watch are. But
Bro, there are
jokes
standard operating procedures.
are
Terran
not
house.
tolerated by the Sons of Dorn.
No, but when you're in the poison company of Thorvir, jokes have to be tolerated. Unfortunately. Otherwise, you get right hooked.
I would apologize for them, Captain, but I feel like it's a waste of breath.
Well, you have no reason to apologize for the ill manners of chapters not of our own.
Would you deny a son of Dorn his levity?
Was that a Decimus question to the captain, Dr. PB?
Yes, it was.
I would deny anyone not a son of Dorn whatever I please. However, if in my command, a son of Dorn will do as I command.
I'm gonna hold my tongue.
Very well then.
I'll let Decimus do the backhanded compliments. He is an apothecary. He knows how to inflict pain while making it look like he's doing good work. Can I inspect the hollow map thing?
You absolutely can. So give me base perception test, sir.
I rolled a 2.
Oh man. The hollow map is what looks like the interior of a Tau space vessel.
Does it appear to be the one that they were chasing or following, murdering?
The one that forced them out of the warp? Yes. As your best guess is that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. If we can dispose of this idiotic banter, we can be free of each other. I believe I have the means to end the Tau occupation, and then you can go on your way. Will you hear?
With respect, sir, if we might be able to requisition some of your manpower and perhaps some of your equipment, it might expedite our mission quite significantly. Unless you have much more pressing matters, I'd hate to keep you from holding up a wall.
I'm gonna look at Decimus and just... Why?
I'm going to glare him down with evil daggers, wishing nothing more than to
Look,
punch
Tech
him.
Marine, you're not part of this. You drew on the wall too.
I am just going to smile and laugh heartily.
I'm just going to go back to Brother Scalarion.
You're just gonna walk away.
So,
How would I address a captain of a different chapter?
well,
Right?
I
Is
would,
it Captain Lidero then?
I would say probably that's the safest title for him. and then
Because I'm not using sir.
yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I am
Cap-
not part of his chapter, nor am I under his direct command.
Yes. Decimus, his response is, your ill-begotten chapter knows nothing of the sacrifices of defense, so wantonly you engage in combat. Do not think that because your chapter master tries to hide your improprieties, that someone of my stature does not know of the things you commit. Now, you will not receive any asset from me. My men are already stretched too thin, and if you do in fact die in service to the Emperor, I do not wish to lose valuable assets.
Then, Leader, what is your plan to remove the Tau infestation?
Drop this Larshi-class star cruiser from orbit right onto the governmental palace. Obviously, they are so corrupt to side with the Xenos that we will just start over.
That's a really odd way to go about it.
You wouldn't personally claim the heads of those who have wronged us and the Imperium? You just drop a planet-sized ship on them and call it a day?
Absolutely. I gain no glory in this mission. It is not mine. It is yours. If you would rather take those by hand, you are welcome. I offer an expedited solution.
Do we know how heavily the Tau occupation is of the governmental palace?
So, from me as a GM, we don't really know. We've not been able to get consistent intel about it. And again, remember, you guys have only been here sub 24 hours. Oh my god, the things you've done in 24 hours.
No,
We're very efficient.
I don't want this guy telling us that we're not efficient. We've been here less than a day, and we have brought down quite a number of Tau installations so far.
That is true.
Heard.
But no, the Imperial Fists do not know, and even Sindala and the Snowclaws and like Hasig and the Lord Governor, they don't have an idea anymore either, because they've been in exile for almost the full 2-year period, so it could be anything.
Perhaps boarding actions are in order?
So I couldn't get the elevator to really work, so he walks right back in.
And Captain Leader responds, "That is what I believe would be best. We are able to disable the Tau Void Shields for long enough to allow either a Thunderhawk or boarding torpedoes to make ingress onto the cruiser."
Well, despite what you may think of our band and our very gifted child, we may be able to aid you in this aspect, and may be a bit forward of me. But I think recompense might be in order.
Isn't our mission,
as we are expert Xenos hunters?
Yeah, we are expert Xenos hunters. But isn't our mission, though, to discover the root of any corruption on this planet?
No, it's to take back the planet.
Take back.
Yes, by whatever
So at
means.
this point, we might as well drop a ship on the governmental palace. And the Lord Governor becomes, what, Lord Regent of the planet?
Well, he's just no longer Lord Governor in exile. He's actually the governor again.
Okay.
So I have a fairly serious question. Can I like sense something like chaos or anything around him? I mean, I don't like him to begin this captain to begin with, but you know, I just want to know what's up.
So, I'll give you a two-part response. You can sense nothing from him other than agitation at the situation. His treatment of you is not because he is evil, it's because he has such a high opinion of himself and was already on his way to deal with a more important issue, which is returning his company to full strength.
I'll go back to being shenanigans now.
Gotcha. And so, Decimus, his response is, what do you mean, recompense?
Well, I believe that we may be able to work this out in a fashion in which both of us would be happy. We require rearmament and perhaps even some tactical acumen, such as things are, just in case your drop a ship on top of the governmental building doesn't completely solve our problem. And in return, you will get our expertise.
I agree to these terms on conditions. You can resupply. Yes. You will take with you one melta-charge, which I am going to leave in the care of my tech marine, who will be joining you. But you will not be taking weapons from my armory.
Is a jetpack considered a weapon? And that's not a Thorvir question, that's an Andrew question.
I should say, you will not be taking equipment. So yes, it unfortunately does count, sir.
Alright, just making sure.
I dig it, man. I dig it.
But we can like restock and everything. Get bolter magazines and freshen up my egg carton.
Yeah. So in terms of actual gameplay, so like Brother Sephron, if you want to use your Storm Bolter or your Heavy Flamer, you can now choose between the two of them effectively.
Cool.
You will have to take one into the conflict, but you get to choose since you already have both of them. And you guys will get all your grenades back. You'll be at your ammo capacity again. It's just, honestly, Captain Lederode doesn't really want to give you equipment. Again, that if the starship falls out of the starship falls out of the sky with you on it and you all die, well, you did your job and he didn't lose anything. So, well.
He did lose something. He would have lost something. He would have lost one of his tech marines.
Well, I mean,
I die for the better cause.
They're slightly harder to replace than just a regular.
Oh, the Tech Marine is. Oh, okay. I thought we were getting like another Tech Marine.
No, I'm not actually part of Death Watch yet. Well, now I guess I am.
Yep.
But
Oh no, it's actually good. I figured that out because my suggestion originally was, I don't know if we can trust the Tech Marine with this guy. We might want to kill him right away.
Oh my god!
So I'm not going to suggest that.
Trust me, I'm already thinking about it. I've been dying to get a melta charge since we started.
I mean, we almost killed Mordecai when we first saw him.
And we pretty much almost do every time we play.
That's true.
Okay, another question.
Yes,
Do
sir.
they use paper orders in 40K?
No, everything is digital.
Okay, is there...
We use paper for like official stuff.
Oh,
So-
I guess that's true. But
And toilet paper for purity seals.
I will say I don't think Space Marines use a lot of paper though. I feel like it's so expensive because it's actually an artisan product.
Okay, so there wouldn't be like any blanket authorizations Thorvir could look around and take and go to the armory with.
No, there would not be.
That's honestly something they probably just shout over the radio.
Also, I would still be inclined to stop you from stealing from the armory of my company.
I have authorization. It's in my hand. Well, it
I
would have.
saw.
I mean, technically, you could take like a squire and use them as authorization.
Anyhow. Have a permit. Sorry, Beer. It just says I can do what I want.
That's exactly what I'm thinking about.
Just says I could do what I want. Yep.
Yeah, and it would be in space crayon.
The only kind of crayon that can write in 0 gravity.
Exactly. I'm not as dumb as I like to pretend I am. Every now and then one of them brain cells works.
You get that one random neuron firing off.
That's not addled by space booze.
And not thinking about space suplexing.
Thorvir just has, instead of PTSD flashbacks, he has just oddball moments of clarity.
Alright, so we're agreeing to Captain Leroy's plan.
Leroy?
Can't really work out a better deal for us than that. But, hooray for boarding actions.
And so
There's going to be less places for the blueberries to escape to.
that's actually very true. So you all are then given the option of you can go with boarding torpedoes or you can have Scalarion fly you in.
Torpedo.
Torpedo. Torpedo. Torpedo. Torpedo.
We don't want our only Thunderhawk getting damaged when it's not us doing the damage.
Boarding torpedoes.
All right.
This is a legit thing, Richard.
I know.
A lot of their boarding actions involve just firing Space Marines at other ships.
I mean, are we in range to do that?
Yeah.
Or at least we will be.
Yeah, the plan is that the Righteous Reprisal will engage the cruiser in, we'll say, passing conflict long enough to get the Void Shields down and to throw out enough chaff and intercepting fire to make sure you all don't get killed by, well, effectively anti-aircraft fire as you try to make your way over there.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, Captain Leadero gave us the option, well, gave us permission to restock. Can we
Yes.
stock our Thunderhawk with missiles? Technically, we're restocking it.
Oh my. Ooh. Ask him.
We
Baker.
might not be able to requisition, a battle cannon for the top of it like we want.
Well, yeah,
But we
it
can get it
literally.
some kind of firepower.
So it literally can't handle a battle cannon. It doesn't have the mounting yet.
Yes.
But
We got that first.
you can ask him. I mean, somebody give me a charm. What is it? Charm, persuasion. Can you coerce?
It would be persuasion.
I'm trained in charm.
You can try.
What? What?
Do you want
I'm tra-
everyone to roll?
I'm trained in charm and in intimidate.
You can literally the dude is
I
talking.
get one of those things, but not.
It's as a tactical marine. Charm, I think, is less. It's less charm and it's more command for the masses.
Oh, okay, that big. Yeah.
Because yes, you can totally just tell a platoon of guardsmen to go run into combat and die, but if you just command them, it might not work. But if you charm them just a little bit, perfect.
Granted, I have air of authority too, so I can command them to run into battle and die.
That's true. So you have charm, sir. So charm.
Yeah, I'm gonna charm him.
Charm is
Fellowship.
fellowship. I mean,
Yeah.
Um,
I'm rolling really well tonight.
I will say, it no modifier. Go see what happens.
That is a 20 out of a 53, so 3 degrees of success.
I will say one more thing. You gotta you have to articulate what you want to say. I'm not just gonna give you a pass on it.
I know. Captain Leadero, our Thunderhawk gunship, or our Thunderhawk transport. Is it a gunship or a transport, Nick?
It's a transport.
Is in need of some firepower. Could we requisition some ordnance to strap to its wings? For Doran's sake.
Those missiles are easily replaced. I see no issue. Very well.
Thank you.
And then after that, he kind of looks at the group and just kind of brushes you off. He literally waves his hand and is like, leave. As he goes back to having his apothecary attend his screaming red hot brand new replacement arm as he's scowling over the holographic map.
I say over the box, I got us missiles!
Death strikes.
So
Back
now,
in the elevator, Gorky's gonna write Captain Leonidas is awesome. Whatever his name is, I wasn't really paying attention.
Leadero.
Yeah, I'm gonna write Captain Leonidas
Leonidas.
in space crayon. You won't expect it coming from me.
all right. So then the follow-up question is: do you still want to go with boarding torpedoes after you've armed the Thunderhawk, or is the arming the Thunderhawk just a bonus from this whole interaction?
It was a bonus.
Oh, that is definitely a bonus. We are taking those boarding torpedoes.
Okay.
Free missiles and this Kool-Aid Man.
Well, we've always been in this issue with the Thunderhawk not being able to do very much but pick us up. Because it isn't armed. Problem has been solved temporarily.
Until we need more missiles.
Yes.
So then we'll just go to the next captain and go, we need more missiles.
Sweet talk the next guy into giving us more guns.
Hell, I'll keep upping my charm if it means I get more missiles.
Got to make sure we always have somebody from the same or a successor chapter of whoever we're trying to steal from. I mean, procure from.
Look, you're a flesh terror. You're not a blood raven, okay?
That's why I said procure.
Phrasing.
That's just a fancy word for take with asking.
If we were
And-
blood ravens, we'd be taking without asking.
Yes.
Yeah, you would be protecting.
Exactly. I'd be protecting some relic Terminator armor from the Sons of Dorn.
Exactly. You were caretaking it until you could return it at a later time. That's it. That's all.
Exactly.
I assume Totama knows where to go to board these torpedoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume I would know as well. This is literally.
Otherwise, I'll be taking one of these other high-ranking Imperial Fists with us to show us the way. Just grabbing him by the shoulder pads.
Just wandering around the fucking interior of the Righteous Reprisal.
Can I take?
You
one of
guys
the
don't have
missiles-
any maps to say you are here, so how the fuck do I know where to go?
Can I take one?
You keep cutting out on us, sir.
Yeah, I'm on using mobile. Can I take one of the missiles meant for the Thunderhawk with me into the torpedo?
No.
What?
Because potentially on impact, it
It
might
would explode.
detonate. Yes.
I don't want to be
Take
locked
it.
in a cigar tube with you and something that could easily vaporize all of us.
Exactly. That's why he gets his own cigar tube.
Exactly. And then we just leave it somewhere. Assuming that it makes it okay.
We just leave it. Hey, here's an Imperial missile for your troubles, guys. Goodbye.
Okay,
I don't think I
I
object to a lot of Thorvir's shenanigans, but I flat out refuse to accept this one.
can I take one of the missiles meant for the Thunderhawk and put it in its own torpedo tube? So then we just have to go and pick it up, once we board.
No, because it will definitely detonate. Because it will just. I guess if you strapped it into a chair. Okay, I'll give you this. So boarding torpedoes come in a couple of flavors. They come in ones that are meant to carry Space Marines. They come in ones that are in fact just giant missiles that are boarding torpedoes. They burrow into the side of the ship and then explode anyway. There are also ones that deliver payloads of ammo. Like literally, they just drop their doors and they vomit missiles or something. Toxic gas, stuff like that. But if you can convince Captain Leadero that you want to send an empty boarding torpedo made for Space Marines with just a Death Strike missile in it, I'll let you try.
I refuse to be part of this boarding action.
I also refuse to be part of this.
This sounds like such a great idea, but I don't know enough. And I know I definitely did not have a good impression. And he already has a low impression of me, so I'm just going to pass.
Okay. And so you all do effectively about face and get on the elevator again. And once you're all in, Totama, you do hit one of the buttons on the access panel for the elevator, and it goes down a couple floors so that you are at the armory. Again, you all disembark. You go into the armory. under the watchful eye of the Imperial Fists, and you do resupply your grenades, all of your actual ammo. Brother Sephrin, have you decided what gun you're going to use, just out of curiosity?
Heavy bolter.
Going the heavy bolter. Sounds like a plan, sir. As well as a cart of 4 Death Strike missiles that just is loaded as you are starting to leave and follows you onto the elevator. And again, Totama, you just punch one of the buttons, and it sends you to the gunnery decks of the Righteous Reprisal. You all step off. The doors to the elevator close. The cart with the Death Strike missiles is going to go down into the hangar bay, and they'll equip them on the Thunderhawk while you all are busy.
Seems good.
As you all start to make your way down the length of the vessel, you can see that they are, in fact, loading lots of boarding torpedoes. It does look like most of them are going to be, when they open, they effectively just have like a mounted missile or a mounted bolter in them. Door drops. It spreads completely open. It just dumps ammo into the space. It's meant to do structural, or if you're lucky, structural damage, or if you're lucky, it'll kill some passing by random crew member, but they're really to weaken a ship more than do any serious damage on their own. And they provide a nice distraction for anti-aircraft fire. The torpedo that you all get in does have 10 seats in it. It's made for a 10-man squad. Obviously, there are not 10 of you, so you all go in and strap yourself into your grav harness. And you now kind of have a couple minutes while the Righteous Reprisal moves into position and starts firing to get the void shields down so that you can board successfully. The map that I put in chat for you all is the actual layout of the level of the ship that you're going to end up on. There is a large power generator on it, which is why you're targeting there. The idea is that if you can damage its internal power structure enough, it'll plummet out of it'll plummet to the surface of the planet because it's not fighting against gravitational pull anymore, and the Righteous Reprisal is probably just going to sink enough ammo into it, it'll move it.
Off we go.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're rearmed. You're ready to rock and roll. You're sitting in your grav harnesses. Again, I'll give you all a couple minutes to either be like, oh, hey, do we need to catch up on anything? Or do you really just want me to get you into it?
I need to cue the Doom soundtrack in my helmet. And that's about it.
You know who I miss? Not Mordecai. He would have said,
Not
hey,
Mordecai.
we shouldn't do this. This is unsafe. Stop making me try some of the demons. Blah, blah, blah. Thorvald, you're so cool.
I remember
really
there's
what he
specific things
sounds
coming
like?
out of his mouth.
Is that really what he sounds like?
It's like he's in the room with us.
I know.
I honestly can't tell the difference.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Just doing one thing really quickly. Okay. And so after a few moments of sitting and waiting for the righteous reprisal to get into position, you all do start to feel the shaking of its large battery weapons beginning to open fire. And you know that shortly after that begins, you all will be on your way. So the ship does sway a little again as it's moving, and the rapidity at which shots are occurring is increasing. As it starts to crescendo, you all assume that means they're getting near the point of breaking through the void shields, and you're very close to being shot out of, you know, a massive
tube.
cannon. Yeah, a massive cannon as a projectile. Um, and as it's about to happen, the interior of the pod goes completely dark and then turns to red, and you feel the pressure as you're pressed against the grav couches as you are shot into space, hopefully making your way to the Larshi. And on the outside, the Righteous Reprisal at least is not letting you guys just try your luck. They are, in fact, sending out a fair amount of interfering fire. There is a lot of contamination in the space between the two vessels. The
Oh, he does care.
the onboard machine spirit is navigating the space without issue. Um, and unfortunately, it really is like a 3-minute ride in a rocket where basically the only thing you can do is look at the view screen, which is like, 2 foot by 2 foot and green and grainy, and all you can do is see the side of that Tau vessel just get bigger as you get closer.
I don't know if he necessarily cared about us or cared more about us completing this mission of, murdering everything inside this ship we're going to, my friend.
Hey guys, can we change the channel? This show we're watching is pretty boring. It's like watching tape dry.
That's because Thorvir, it is paint.
Yes.
You're like, it's not even a screen. It's literally a painted canvas, Thorvir.
Sephron's just updating it faster than you can see.
That makes so much sense now. Thanks. So therefore, it's just going to be
What's that, sir? Oh, we might have lost a McTaco. Okay. So,
Yep.
Yes, we did.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Hey!
Welcome back.
Thank you.
How was
Thank
the
you.
trip?
Just doing my doodles with my spacecraft.